Once upon a time, in a faraway land filled with whispering trees and sparkling streams, lived two birds who could never agree. One dreamed of lush forests, while the other longed for endless deserts. 𝗦𝘁cie wanted to turn the whole earth into a lush, green paradise, full of trees, flowers, and rivers. Imagine the beauty, he'd chirp, his voice full of excitement. But 𝗟𝘱 wanted the entire world to become a vast, dry desert, with endless sand dunes under the hot sun. Imagine the peace, he'd sigh, his voice full of longing. Day after day, they argued loudly about whose dream was better, filling the forest with their endless bickering. One morning, as they were quarreling as usual, a clever fox happened to walk by, his ears twitching with curiosity. He listened carefully to their shouting, a mischievous glint in his eye, and came up with a plan to teach them a lesson. The fox approached them with a sly smile and said, "If you both think your dream is best, why not settle this with a challenge? Fly up to the sun," he suggested. "Whoever reaches it first will have their wish come true." The birds looked at each other, puffed up their feathers, and proudly agreed. "Of course we can fly to the sun," they boasted. And so, with great determination, they took off, soaring higher and higher towards the distant, blazing sun. But as they soared higher and higher, the blazing sun grew hotter and hotter, its fiery rays scorching their feathers. The bird who flew too close got burned by the fiery rays and tumbled back to the ground, defeated and singed. The other bird, seeing what happened, quickly turned back and landed safely, admitting defeat with a sigh. The two birds sat quietly on a branch, realizing how small and fragile they were compared to the vast sky and the mighty sun. "The world is much bigger than our wishes," one said softly, breaking the silence. "Maybe we should stop fighting." The fox smiled from afar, happy to see that the birds had finally learned their lesson. From that day on, the two birds became friends, learning to live together in peace and harmony. They discovered that the world was beautiful, not because of one dream, but because of many different dreams living side by side. And so, the birds who dreamed too big learned to appreciate the small wonders around them, and the world became a more harmonious place. Their tale reminds us that understanding and friendship can bloom even from the driest desert or the lushest forest, as long as we're willing to listen.